And of course, we've got that drone of coyotes fluttering around in the air, trying to get an aerial view as well.
Is it just floating above the apartment, or do you give it commands to search for places you can't see as well, or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to have it be scoping out rooftops and such, and have it have a standing order to follow the sniper if someone takes a shot with a high-powered rifle.
Well, then, Twitch will probably be doing that for a long while. Anyone else doing anything? And I did get back to everyone that made contact with one of their contact, right?
I think so.
I mean, Vice would like to do something, but he really doesn't have the contacts to figure some things out. And he's not that well on with, snowmen, stuff like that, so I really can't call them. So he's mostly just sitting in his apartment, not doing much right now.
That's a man of action right there. I'll just sit in my apartment with my mom.
Yeah, she doesn't let you touch the remote.
But Mom,
I play for the apartment.
He didn't ping that.
I mean, I thought you were going to help, Twitch. Perhaps catch a sniper. You can't do that at your apartment building. I'm just throwing that out there.
I guess I can head on over. I just don't know if they actually invited me. I might have missed that part.
See?
because Twitch is totally going to refuse the help.
Okay, the Vice is going to head on over to...
Yeah, I don't want you to see the great view that everyone has of my place. It's totally not like I'm going to try to move out at the earliest possible convenience.
Okay, Vice will head on over to Twitch. I guess he'll try to find a completely different vantage point. Does that seem like a good idea?
Do you go ahead and call Twitch and does Twitch show you around or anything else like that?
Twitch will let you into the apartment. You're not much of a sharpshooter, but you might be a good person to be shot at.
You're not going to tell him that. You're like, here's my apartment. Stay here to see if you see anything, right? Yeah, Vice will go into the apartment and, like, somewhat nice place you have here.
It actually would be a pretty nice place if it weren't for the snipers and, the horrible neighborhood.
Yeah, it's middle of the road, a nice apartment.
It's got a garden.
It's got a garden. It's got giant windows that, show off everything. And if you look...
Analysis will reveal that it's practically impossible to get any sort of good cover in here at all.
There's a lot of good ambush points for other people to ambush people coming out of the apartment. So, downsides.
The entire walls are just like giant glass windows on one side. If you look out, you'll probably see at least a couple of creepy men with telescopes pointed in your general direction.
Which is great because, my solar panels don't provide enough power to give me lights day and night.
And here I thought I lived in a bad neighborhood by having neighbors who make BTLs.
Well, when one of the creepy old man watching in is the landlord that keeps the rent down, right?
Way down.
Vice will just nod and attempt to find a sniper from inside the apartment.
You find no sniper inside the apartment.
Good. Can I see if I find a sniper outside the apartment from inside the apartment?
Well, that'll be waiting for a while. What about, Trusair and Coyote? What are they going to do for the day? It's, probably still nowhere past 5.
Coyote's easy. He's going down to, was it El Infernio or whatever to, pay his $3,000.
Oh, yep. When the time ticks over, go ahead and dock, you can probably actually do it now. Dock a month of lifestyle and pay any debts.
Twitch is going to need to make her rent payment and her payment to the Mafia as well.
Yeah, go ahead and buy a month of lifestyle too if you need to. You can, anything legal that you can have, go ahead and tell me if you're buying it in time, but you can buy things like that at any time if you're purchasing them legally. But other than that, anything important Coyote or Trusair needs to do, that doesn't take more than like a minute of time. Coyote probably even does that wirelessly. I mean, you don't really do that by hand anymore. That's sort of very antiquated.
Like actually got to give them like a certified cred stick. They'll just give you an account that you would wire money to, and you can do that in the comfort of your home. That's what I had Trusair do before he went out on his joyride.
Fair enough then. Well, yeah, I've already docked it for my thing anyway. I didn't know if it had to be in person or not. Not sure how these crazies do business.
No, they're a fairly up-to-date organization. But as for anything important worth noting you're doing?
No, I'd be back at my shop. I'm looking at, he might pick up a disposable comlink. He won't turn it on. I'm not, is it from the time of purchase or from turning it on that you get a week?
From turning it on, you get a week.
All right, so he needs to buy one of those. That's like 200, I think. I can't remember.
You need the comlink and then disposable comlink OS installed on it. Otherwise, it's just a blank comlink with no operating system.
And disposable comlink OS comes free on it, I think.
I thought so, but
I didn't know if Chummer did that on Mackley or if Chummer rolled them all together.
See, it's 300 new yen. Has an availability of 0, so you could easily pick it up in Street Gear. All you have to do is just, type in the search function if you go to add and type in comlink, and it'll give you the disposable comlink as well as the OS for it if you need it. Which costs no new yen anyway, so if it doesn't add it automatically, you can put it in manually.
Yeah, just to clarify, the availabilities are really only for black market stuff. If it's legally bought, you can find most things almost instantaneously over the Matrix.
Vending machines all over that have, like, clothes, comlinks, if you're that desperate, all sorts of things.
Or if you want to live that far off the grid. Plus, most vending machines are hackable.
Rules for it.
To answer your question though, for Sean, Trusair, no, nothing major. Just continuing, his stretching, his calisthenics, his meditative practices. Sort of like glaring at the comlink every now and then, like, "What, are you gonna ring now?" I didn't think so. Like sass mouthing his damn comlink. Who's gonna interrupt me now? No, we're good. We're good. No, I'm fine. I like, he keeps up with his news, news periodicals daily, and every now and then he'll find like an interesting piece of music or some, cool, bit of whatever that'll catch his eye, and he'll read, and he might complain or bitch about it, like, "Stupid Horizon, that's not how that works at all, you're dumb." And beyond that, no, he's good. It sounds like a personal problem for these people. Now, if one of them gets past the security team, now that will be disconcerting for Trusair.
That
Yeah,
certainly
Coyote's
would.
got his drones watching the door too. If anything comes in without his permission, they're shooting. So he feels pretty safe as well.
Well,
I heard about your shop, on the web. I was looking into. Oh God!
Well, I'm assuming it's after hours. I'm not sure what time it was. It was like 4 o'clock before.
Yeah, it's something like 5 now. That said, your shop's not really much of a shop at this point. It's become more of sort of a home cross. If someone has something for you to do, they'll bring it to you. Because, well, you didn't take the day job quality, so you don't got any real continual work. It's just sort of as it comes to you, which is sporadic. Sometimes you'll get a major, like, hey, someone wants to refit their entire car with something illegal. Sometimes it's, hey, can you fix my toaster?
Exactly.
He's using shop in the place where you do like the physical sort of like handy labor shit, not like actual shop sense.
Right. He might have a little work area with a like a small lift that he can put large drones up, but probably not much else.
Well, assuming no one else had anything they want to do, go ahead and skip. Did anyone want to? I forgot. Did anyone want to do something with searching down that comm link? I forgot if anyone mentioned that.
The Johnson's missing comm link?
Yeah, I forgot if someone mentioned that.
Well,
No, not yet.
Okay, well then we'll skip forward about 24 hours. It'll be March 1st, and Vice will get a call.
Vice is going to look like he's going to look at the caller ID.
It is, well, assuming he set it up to display the name, it is Conrad. That door.
He'll answer it. Hello?
Hey, so make progress?
We found out the Johnson we gave the girl to has lost his comm link, and now we're searching to find, and are looking for that, trying to find out where his comm link and he went.
Well, that's interesting. Good luck. Oh, and tell your friend, the one sitting up on the apartment building that we're not that dumb. And the other one, the orc. Oh, wait. Whoa, I completely lost track of who was who for a moment there. And while you're in her apartment, you may want to shut the blinds.
Vice will just sigh and hang up the phone, and immediately call Twitch.
You see something?
No, but they see you and me.
Shit. Alright. And Twitch will start climbing on back down and heading back to her apartment.
If you're going to need to do that, you're going to need to get a lot more stealthy when you're doing that.
Well, I don't know what other leads we have. And it looks like we don't stand much of a chance of ambushing them.
much the same position. I'm in much the same opinion as you, but they think we know something that we don't know.
Or they're just looking to get revenge. And they're only forestalling it in the event that we can get their person back.
I guess. We either have to get more information about where this girl is, or find more information about this group.
Or hire a team of runners to take them out.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough money to do that.
Yeah, probably not.
So what do you think? What do you think we should do? Because it looks like we were between a rock and a hard place, and I have no ideas.
I don't know. Maybe that shapeshifter could help us.
I
He
called
might
him.
be in it to,
I
sorry,
called just the comm link he gave us last time. There was no answer.
Did it ring, though?
Specifically, let me clarify, it was a disconnected number.
There was a disconnected number. So he probably has a new comm link now. So I have really no way of getting in contact with him unless we know someone who knows him.
Did that fixer that Coyote knows know him?
I don't know, you're gonna have to talk to Coyote about that.
Alright, let's give him a call. Twitch will call up Coyote.
You mean just
Hey,
add
what's
him
the
to the call?
news?
Oh, he's already in the call?
I was asking, you mean just add him to the call?
Yes.
I mean, well, I'm pretty sure Twitch is back in her apartment by now.
Yeah. At least part of that was face-to-face. But yeah, Twitch will call him up.
Coyote answers. What's up?
Hey, that fixer you've got, did he actually know that shapeshifter? Would he be able to get us in contact with him?
I'm not sure that it ever came up. He's fairly well connected. I mean, he might know. I can give him a call.
Please do.
Do note. Now, I don't know. That this service might actually cost something. Depends on how much on his good side I am these days.
Well, I can go ahead and give you the quick of what he'll tell you now. He doesn't know much of anything about him. He knows there's shapeshifters working for us technologies, and there's a rumored shapeshifter to be somewhere in LA working for us technology, but other than that, he doesn't know.
All right, then Coyote will get right back. I mean,
You sort of cut out there again.
how strange. Snowman has said that he's heard rumors of that type of thing. He doesn't know any specifics about any Jaguar shapeshifter in LA. One thing we could do is, I mean, it's been a month and a half, so I don't know. We could try that warehouse and see if the comlink is still there. If not, I can try to trace it. I just don't. We do have the number on record. I can try, but it's been a while. I don't know how much good it'll do. And once we got it, what would we do with it?
Well, we might be able to get him to believe that it's in his company's interest to make one of their rivals look ridiculous by having the girl snatched back. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's assuming that he kept that comlink for close to, I mean, seems like an odd thing to keep for that long. The job is done. I'm just trying to figure out once we find that
the comlink is disconnected.
Not
we're
that
wondering
one.
if you're what?
Oh, we're talking about the one that was owned by Mr. Johnson, I thought.
No, we're wondering if your fixer knows how to get in contact with the shapeshifter.
He doesn't. I mentioned, he has no idea. He doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah, the comlink owned by the Mr. Johnson is disconnected.
No, I thought.
Never tried the comlink owned by the Johnson. You've only tried the comlink owned by the shapeshifter, which was
okay.
Right.
Then I misunderstood.
It's the one that when we during the first mission when we called the Johnson up on the phone and he said and the shapeshifter answered. I'm assuming that's when.
I understand now. I was under.
I guess
No
it was
problem.
a little confusing because the shapeshifter did use both comlinks at one point or another. But yeah, you tried the one that the shapeshifter had in his possession, like the one you knew he told you about, and that one is disconnected. You haven't yet tried anything with the Johnsons that Snowman mentioned was lost.
Right. Well, I mean, it's for a coyote.
You're cutting out.
Man, what is up with this? I think it doesn't matter. I guess the easiest thing is for a coyote to call the other number and see if it connects, and regardless of what happens, see if he can trace it, which requires, I think, cyber warfare and sniffer program, I think is what it, or e-warfare.
I'll go ahead and say don't bother rolling because you'll get infinite rolls to try eventually to eventually you'll find it. It's within 50 meters, I believe, and it is within 50 meters of where that warehouse was.
All right, Coyote will call everyone up, or call Twitch and Vice up anyway, and say, well, the comlink is right there near the warehouse. We can just drive over there and pick it up. I don't know if it's worthwhile to do so. Maybe there's some information on that that'll lead to Mr. Johnson, and maybe he can fill us in on who has the girl.
I honestly can't think of anything better. Maybe at least if we're doing something, they'll stop putting holes in my walls.
Well, I mean, I guess that'd be something for you to do. So he sees you go out there and research that. I was gonna offer and pick it up, but maybe if they actually have eyes on you, that would get them moving, and maybe you can pick something up with that drone as you go.
Yeah, I'll head on out.
You want me to come with you?
Sure. Anyway, I'm increasingly thinking they might have a directional microphone on my place or might be tapping our calls.
Well then, now that Grimith is back, Vice will get one last text that was intended to be part of the call, but it'll say something to the extent of, oh, and make sure you get your team's mage working on this too. And if you want to fill Grimith in on what you decided to do.
We're going to the warehouse to find the comlink. Which comlink is this again?
This is the Johnson's comlink that was lost whenever the shapeshifter nabbed him. And you know that it's at the warehouse. You called it and traced it to there.
Impossible. Unless it had been planted there after the fact. I scoped that place so thoroughly. I found the tracks. I found so much other things there. So many other things there, of course, that you'll recall. It can't be there. Unless it was planted after the fact.
Is Coyote on this call?
Yeah, we're just...
I
We're
just
just-
wasn't sure.
We're just
Yeah,
attaching Trusair to the call.
Yeah, Coyote will say, well, it's within 50 meters of the warehouse. It doesn't mean it has to be inside. But it probably is, but, you know.
Figured he would have tried to pick it up himself if that's the case. Whatever.
So I got a text from Conrad. He says that you should get involved in this, Trusair. Seems to me like they know where you live.
Would say that too. Well, I tell you what. You can refer him right my way, and I'll tell him how to handle the problem.
Coyote will chuckle.
Vice will smirk. You really can't see that, but he's going to smirk.
Twitch will frown.
Well then, you headed up to the warehouse right away?
Yep.
Well, it'll take probably a few hours of searching, and you'll have to actually pull out those videotapes and read and check them back to see, just for a second, when the shapeshifter naps the Johnson, he takes the comlink out, and then you don't notice it again until hours later, when he steps out of line of a camera, and you're searching around there, and he's apparently stashed the camera into a little hidden place. It was checking back the information. It was designed to be slave to his comlink, or it was set up to be slave to his comlink until his comlink passed out of range. The reason you didn't notice it the first time around was because it was in it's about the size of a thumb. His comlink was a really tiny thing, just designed to be mostly a piece of disposable junk, and it was hidden in what looked like a designed hole for it. The comlink itself will contain little information on the Johnson himself. The main thing you'll have worth noting will be the actual dossier for Create Kohler, the unredacted version.
Well, that's useful.
That is useful.
And checking back, it'll have what was redacted and what it actually says listed. Things worth noting, you can confirm who her father is, her mother is, where she was born, in Germany. You can confirm that it was some kind of chemical that she was carrying that they were interested in. That the company originally planning to extract her was Evo. That the company that the team is known to be active too in the employ of Meritech Enterprises. So there's Meritech Enterprises, what is it, an A-rated corporation is involved, which means Aztechology.
An internal leak, it says. Interesting.
That means we were probably working for what? Horizon?
Is Horizon in the biochem business? Or chemical business?
All of the AAAs are to some extent in pretty much every business, as far as they can manage it. Horizon, you probably all know to some extent, is involved in just about everything it can get its hand into, much like Aztechology is.